Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Facebook Nation. This your girl Jamaican Joan again with the cooking segment of the 12th Women's Entrepreneur Expo. But please don't go anywhere because we are going to be right back. Welcome back to the 12th Annual Women's Entrepreneur Expo with our cooking segment with the amazing chef Nicole Diaz. And I'm just going to read a quick bio about her. Chef Nicole Diaz has been in business since 1996 and has served thousands of people, including the head of state. Over the past several years, she has done everything from being a personal chef to serving the Microsoft Corporation. Chef Nicole cooks with intention, energy, and love, venerating the rituals of mealtime as well orchestrated affairs. Her goal is to combine creativity, passion, and professionalism in everything she does. She specializes in making your vision a reality. She concentrates on serving her customers' needs, whatever they may be. To the extent of the products and services that she can provide is limited only to your imagination. Thank you and welcome to
Thank you for having me.
Expo. You are welcome. So I'm going to turn it over to you so you can say what you're doing, and I turn it over to you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody, or is it still morning? Today, first of all, I want to thank Miss Joanne for allowing me to come to the expo and share my recipe with you of Rasta pasta. Rasta pasta is a Jamaican infused pasta dish to which I will show you in just momentarily some of the ingredients that will go into it. Right now I'm slicing up some jalapeno peppers because what is a Jamaican dish without some spice, right? And then I also have some bell peppers, red and green, that I have sliced up, and I'm now proceeding to slice up, I would say about 1/2 cup of white onion. And we're just going to slice it up, in dimensions such as this. Okay, about 1/4 of an inch thick, not too, you don't want it too thin because you don't want it to hold up in your recipe, and you don't want it too thick because you want it to, cook nicely and to just blend in with all of the different flavors. So I'm about to slice up an onion here, about 1/2 cup of an onion. And let me show you. So right here, this is here about 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to slice this down even a little bit more so. And then what we will do is we're going to saute our vegetables, and we're going to get them transparent. And so you have your onions in rings such as this. We're going to slice our vegetables, saute our vegetables, and then once our vegetables are translucent, meaning, they're a little soft and you can kind of see through them, then we will add our protein, which in this case today, I have some shrimp here already that's been marinating. Okay, and I have my water boiling for our pasta. So I'm just going to raise this back up here a little bit. I'm going to turn the skillet on to about medium-high heat with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And what we'll do is saute our vegetables and our protein, and then we will quickly make our Alfredo sauce, if you will, or the Rasta part of our pasta, where we add in some jerk seasoning. And this is what I'm using here, okay? A little salt and pepper. We even have some fresh garlic going into this dish. And you can use linguine pasta, but I'm going to use penny pasta. Either one of these will suffice and make the dish just as delicious. I'm also going to add in 1 cup of heavy cream. Now, you could add in 1 cup of coconut milk. I'm opting out of the coconut milk because I don't necessarily, it doesn't settle well with me to have coconut milk, so I use heavy cream. But when you add the coconut milk, it actually gives it more Caribbean flair to it, and you can taste the coconut being infused in that. Okay, our oil is good and hot here, so now I'm going to add these veggies. You see what I have chopped up here, and look how vibrant they look. And that's why you want to be very careful about how you slice these, because you want them to hold up just like this in your dish. Almost looks like Christmas, doesn't it? So I'm adding in first my peppers, which to include the jalapeno. And so one good thing about this dish, because it's a pasta infused dish, one good thing about it is people think of Jamaican food, People think of Jamaican food as only being rice and beans and things of that nature. And Miss Jones over there saying, "What you talking about, girl? We're about more than just that." And so this pasta dish just really adds to the culinary repertoire of Jamaican dishes. So I'm sauteing over here our vegetables, and I'll let you see what's going on, and then I'll have to put you back. So here we go. Whoops. You see that? Okay. And the sauteing of the vegetables, the sauteing of the vegetables take, maybe about 3 minutes, because we're not trying to get them completely done. We just want to get them a little soft and tender. Okay. Just a little soft and tender. And I'm already tasting the jalapenos, Miss Jones. I happened to breathe in. It was like, woo!
It's good for you.
Yes, it is. And I also want to say, while pasta is high in carbs, so you want to be very careful about that. Everything we're adding in is very fresh and very good for you in antioxidants. Peppers are good for you in antioxidants. Peppers are good for inflammation. Also, too, the jalapeno peppers are good for upper respiratory, to clear out your nasal passage. So everything that's going into this dish is super perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna saute this here. We have, excuse me. Miss John?
Yes, ma'am.
This was your perfect idea, and I'm over here coughing for the wonderful aroma of the peppers.
Sorry.
That's right. No good, authentic Jamaican or Caribbean dish does not have heat, right, Miss Jones?
That's correct.
So guys, excuse me, Miss Jones. So guys, if you are one who the spice, bothers you, you don't like too much spice, you can make this without the jalapenos. Okay, and you can use mild jerk seasoning if that suffices you. Keep in mind that because the Caribbean way of using spices is always with some heat, even the mild is a little bit tangy, right, Miss Jones? We
bring the heat every time.
We bring the heat every time, just like this wonderful expo. Excuse me, guys. Let me step away from these peppers. I like heat, but
you know what they're saying, Nicole?
I want to say that even though this is my recipe, I think Miss Joan prayed over it before we came into the kitchen, because Listen, I'm making this dish because Miss Joan knows I make this dish. And I've never coughed as much as I've coughed now. So I think she prayed for it to turn out exactly as if she were to be over here. So we know how spicy this is going to be, right? And I'm going to ship it to Miss Jones so she can finish it. I just want to say that I hope you guys have been enjoying the expo. Miss Joan puts so much heart and soul into these expos, and she does such an excellent job. Everything Miss Joan touches is of excellence. And so if you're rolling with her, I know you're doing a good job. So
well, see, if you're rolling with me, you're rolling with God. So that's my default.
How about that? How about that? And so what I'm doing is, this is a 2-pound box of pasta. I'm only going to use 1 pound, which is 1 cup. I'm sorry. I'm going to use, this is a 1 pound, a 1 pound box of pasta. I'm going to use half of it, which is 1 cup. So 1 pound equals 2 cups. I'm going to use 1 cup because I don't need so much pasta. Can't you tell? My chef coat fitting a little tight. I don't need so much pasta. All right. So our pasta will take approximately 9 to 11 minutes. Okay. We want just to cook it to al dente. Al dente means it's not the hard and chewy, but we can bite into it. We don't want it to overcook it because it totally ruins the dish. And you want to continuously stir your veggies. And I'm using a cast iron skillet, so some of my veggies are getting a little charred, which is good because it adds for the presentation and even some added flavor. It makes it taste like it was on the grill. Okay, so now I'm going to slice my chicken breast. So you can use chicken or shrimp. I'm going to just do a little bit of both just so you guys can get the gist of it. Okay, so I have some chicken breast here. You see that? I have some chicken breast. I'm going to let you see it. And I'm just going to slice it like so. You don't want the slices too thin, but you don't want them too thick either because we want to make this pretty quick. And not just because we're on the show here, but we want to make it pretty quick because you don't want to overcook your food. You want the food to be nice and seared and seals in the flavors. When you overcook your food, you lose the nutrients of it, and you also lose the flavors. It's just not as flavorful when the food is overcooked. Okay, so I'm just slicing up here. So I'm slicing about 1 pound of chicken breast. Okay, 1 pound of chicken breast is what I'm slicing. Okay, and then what next we're going to do is remove our vegetables. And then we're going to sear our protein. All right. So thanks to my sous chef, Miss Joan. This show is moving right according as scheduled.
I'm looking at all that good food and I'm sitting here eating grapes and strawberries.
You think you're eating grapes and strawberries?
Yeah, because that's the easy food. I cannot, and this
you can't. You have to wait until the expo is over. You can't be eating over while you're doing the expo.
This is the only section I could actually eat because it's cooking. so I'm making use of it.
Yes. And that's one good thing excuse me, and I did not cough on your food, ladies and gentlemen. I did not. We do food safety practices. So you're good. You're good with me.
It's that Jamaican sauce, right?
Yes. So you see, this is how our vegetables looking a little slightly charred, which is pretty good. So now we're going to add our chicken here. And I'm going to put in just about half a tablespoon here of oil, just to add a little bit more. And I'm going to turn my heat slightly down. This is going to go by real quick. So you don't want to leave this dish because everything goes by quick. Okay, so put our chicken in there. And we'll add a little salt and pepper. And if you want to have it super spicy, you can even marinate your chicken in the jerk seasoning. But I wanted you to see this whole thing from start to finish, so therefore I didn't do it ahead of time. Okay. And we have our chicken in here. And even if you don't have a cast iron skillet at home, that's okay, because you know, you can use a grill, you can use a regular pan and season it. So I'm going to add a little salt and pepper, and preferably you want to use sea salt. You don't want to use the traditional iodized salt because it's not good for you and it will add to your blood pressure. So I'm going to add in about 1 teaspoon of salt. And you want to be light on the salt because the jerk seasoning, the pre-made jerk seasoning has salt in it as well. Okay. I'm gonna add 1 more because this was a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. So that's a teaspoon of salt. And then you want to cook your chicken till it looks like this. You see how it's charred right there? You want to cook it till it's there. And it will go by pretty quickly. Once our chicken has been sauteed, then we will make our Alfredo sauce, which consists of grated Parmesan cheese, 1 cup, 1 cup of heavy cream, and 1 tablespoon of Jamaican jerk seasoning. And then I'll let you see how nicely this chicken is sauteing. And it's going to blend nicely with the dish that we're doing. I do virtual cooking classes called the Virtual Cooking Experience. And when I taught this to the students, Miss Jones, they were like, oh my God. They didn't know what to do.
And viewers, if you're, for those who are watching, that's the website for Chef Nicole that you can tune in to learn more. So that's the website scrolling around on the screen. So whether you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, that's her information.
And our pasta is close to being done. Yep. We'll give that about another minute or 2. Okay. So I'm going to take our chicken out. I'll show you what it looks like. And I'm going to share it with our vegetables because we're going to reconstruct this dish all over again.
Ooh, that Rasta pasta sure take some creativity, huh?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
You see that nice sear on the meat, Miss Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and our pasta is just about done. Actually, maybe less than 10 minutes. We're going to be putting this whole thing together.
Okay. While I eat my grapes.
So now we're going to add about 8 large shrimp. And the reason why I put the shrimp in last is because if you have anybody that has a shellfish allergy, your other ingredients didn't touch it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now let's put this back in the fridge. Okay, our pasta is now done, so I'm going to drain the pasta. Wow, those peppers are really strong. Okay, while our pasta is draining out, excuse me, guys, those peppers are very strong. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to begin to make our Alfredo sauce.
I will make sure not to have you use all that pepper next time.
Yeah, and really it was just the right amount. But Miss Jones, I tell you, I wanted to be a big girl like you. I see all of the wonderful dishes you and your husband make.
Yes, indeed.
So I wanted to be a big girl like you. So now what I'm doing is I'm melting 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy cream and 1 cup of Parmesan, fresh grated Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
Once the cheese is fully melted, we can add in our pasta. We're also going to saute 1 tablespoon of fresh garlic. And there you have it.
Wow. So I have in the comment, people say that they're taking notes. So I'm so glad you're a good teacher because folks are taking notes.
Good job. And not only am I a culinary teacher for real, but I'm also grade school teacher. I retired.
Okay.
So I try to keep my students flowing right along with me. Okay.
And if you're just tuning in, she's making Rasta pasta. She's representing Jamaican Joan today.
Yes, I'm representing Jamaican Joan. So now I'm just opening up our tomatoes. We want to drain the juice off of the tomatoes. Once we put our garlic in here, we're going to put our drained petite diced tomatoes. Okay. And you can just hold the lid over it. Okay. I'm moving around kind of fast because this is so fun for me. This is exercise, this is cooking, this is sharing, but you can have this done in 30 minutes. Okay. And I'm just right on the countdown to show you what it's going to turn out to be.
Okay, can I make a quick announcement?
Yes, please.
Okay, so viewers, don't forget that in about 10 minutes or so, we're going to start coming back to you with the other panel. And in that panel, we're going to have someone, Mr. Bert Oliver will be representing social media. Ms. Jacqueline Bowles will be representing banking and operations. Keisha Brewer will be representing strategic communication. And Mr. Leroy McKenzie will be representing credit. So you don't want to miss the next panel that's coming up. And if you missed panel 1, go back to my page and look them up. We had some amazing information that was shared during that panel. So check out my page. That's it, Chef.
Okay. So now I'm adding in 1 cup. If I can get this open. Okay, here we go. 1 cup of cream. Okay, pour that in there. I'm going to add our Parmesan cheese. And this is 1 cup. Okay. Once our cheese has been fully melted, we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of jerk seasoning. But if you want to really be Jamaican flair, add as much as you like.
Okay.
Okay. So I will show you. Turn the heat up just a little bit. We're almost there. So now I will add in 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add in 1. I think Miss Joan already has me on fire over here. So I'm going to add in just 1. I'll show you where we're going with this in just a minute. Okay. So I'm going to stir this around. Oops. Oh, wow, guys, you should smell this over here. Okay. So I'm going to let you see the sauce. You see?
Mm. Wow.
See that? Okay. Put in a little bit of parsley over here. And I'm using dried parsley because I thought I had fresh and it was cilantro. Can you add cilantro? I guess you can. It's your business. But I wouldn't want to give you something I never tried. So just add a little bit of parsley. Okay, and now everything is nice and melting. Okay, and we're going to add in this back to our dish. Okay. Move this out the way. And we're going to incorporate that like so. Okay. Oh, wow, it smells so delicious. All right. And then we're going to take our pasta and we're going to add it in here. Put that right there. Okay. Pasta. And now we can plate it up. So I'll recap. We did 1/2 cup of red bell pepper, 1/2 cup of green bell pepper. We did 1 jalapeno pepper sliced thin, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of penny pasta, and 1 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes, 1 cup of heavy cream or 1 cup of coconut milk, whichever you choose. And then we used 1 cup of grated Parmesan, blended that all in together. And now we're going to plate it up so you can see how delicious this is.
And if you're just tuning in, Chef Nicole is making Rasta pasta. And she's almost done.
Yeah.
And again, we have an amazing panel coming up after Chef show us the final production.
Yep.
So I want you to keep it locked all day on this network, on this very same platform for more amazing, great things with the 12th Annual Women's Entrepreneur Expo with yours truly, Jamaican Joan.
Okay. So we have this here, this here, this here, this here. And then we'll put just a little more parsley there, and then I will let you see.
Wow. There you have it, viewers. The Rasta Pasta with Chef Nicole Diaz. This was an amazing production. Thank you so much. And that's our information scrolling at the bottom of the screen where you can get in touch with her. Wow, that is amazing. Wow, awesome.
So I pray, Miss Joan, I pray that I made you proud, and thank you again for the opportunity to attend your expo.
And thank you so much. This was amazing. And I particularly thank you for, thinking enough of me that you would make a dish representing me as a Jamaican. You made Rasta pasta, that's very near and dear to my heart. My culture means everything to me. So thank you so much for putting the thought, the effort, and the love that you share for today.
Miss Joan, you are an excellent leader, an awesome woman of God. And I congratulate you on your doctorate.
Thank you.
And so what better way to honor you than to make something that's inspired by you. Thank you so much, Miss Joan.
Awesome. So viewers, we are going to switch gears. I'm going to log out from this platform because I wanted that if you need to go back and follow this direction, it's not lost in an entire long feed. So every segment, I hand every segment so people can go back and see precisely what is it they're looking for. So you will have this segment not attached to the panel or anything like that, so you can go back and review. So whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, thank you so much. I have been your host, and until next time, you take care and make this $1 million day. Jamaican Joan and Chef Nicole Diaz, we are out. See you in the next panel.